Hello, this is Patrick from XPression, and I'd like to go over how to use the XPression Video Coder application to convert image sequences into the XPression Video Codec. We're working in the XPression Video Coder application, which we've covered previously in another video. What I want to go through this time is doing a job that's using a sequence of images rather than a movie file or other video codec. So I'm going to create a new job, and when I do that, it's going to open up my source folders, and you can see I'm in a target sequence folder here, and you can tell, again, I'm going to switch this over to detail view to make it a little more obvious. What you see is a series of files that are the same name, and they're serialized with a number at the end of it, and this one happens to be a target sequence. I'm just going to select the first image in the sequence, and you can also see, by the way, there are 330 images in here, but I'm just going to worry about the first one. I'm going to click open. When I click open, you can see now that it's telling me, if I come into the source info panel, it's going to tell me that I have a frame count of 330, and it's also telling me other information. For example, the bit depth is 32-bit, and that I'm working in a 1920 by 1080 dimension. My frame rate right now isn't posted here, but it's basically 2997. You can also see the file. If I come up to the timeline, I can scrub on the timeline. This also indicates to me that I have video frames here, and they're going to create an animation for me. If I go across to the target properties, you can see that my channel depth is currently set to 24-bit, meaning there is no alpha channel. The frame rate is 2997, and it's set to progressive. If I look at the output file that I'm creating, it's got a suffix, because again, what winds up happening, it's got a number there. It takes the video source file name, and it just changes the file extension from whatever it was originally to have AVI on it. And what we want to do here, because we may use this in the XPression Clips option, that number at the back end, depending on how you use your encoder, could tell it that it wants it to be the recall ID of 001, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to change the name of the file. I'm going to also put it where I'm going to park it here, and I'm going to call this countdown from sequence, and I'm just going to leave that as countdown universal counting from sequence. Click OK, or save I should say, and now I've got a full job. I'm going to go over to the jobs list. I'm going to click on the to render queue button. I now have that as a render queue item, and I'm going to click render, and the job will be kicked off. You can see in the progress it's telling me the percent that's complete and a status. I'm going to go over now to XPression and get myself all set up so that I can use this. Okay, here we are in XPression, and I want to bring that new video in that I've created. I'm going to pin that down, and I'm going to create a new video, and I'm going to go looking for that. It's in a folder on my desktop called video files, and it's universal counting from sequence. I'm going to double click on it, and I now have that as a video material. Here it is. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to hit edit, because I want to change a couple things in here. I'm going to choose the video element. I want to set that so that it is set to auto start, so that when that particular file is added to my scene, it starts to play. And I'm going to confirm my source material, or source mode for keying, is set to pre-multiplied. And the field mode should already be checked, but I'm going to make it progressive just to make sure. And I'm going to click OK. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a quad to my scene. And once I've added the quad, I'm going to go to my new material. I'm going to double click to add it there, and I'm going to make sure that I'm rendering. And what you can see right now on my output, that sequence is now playing on XPression. So I took a target sequence, converted it into an XPression codec video using the XPression Video Coder application so that I could work with it inside of XPression.